Hello, this is your recaptain speaking, Joel from the Friends and Flayers podcast, here to give you a recap of Dearly Departed Part 5. Aldrin decides to go into the water and discovers a portal by the black rectangle. He finds 3 mud huts built by the stone. In the third hut are 3 bodies that appear to be chewed up and bloated corpses. They are 3 goblin bodies. Aldrin figures the goblins and the fish people came through the portal at the bottom of the lake. Orlando checks out the portal and figures that it's a teleportation portal. Orlando uses Vicious Mockery to catch some fish for our trap for the griffin. Thus concludes the recap for Dearly Departed Part 5. Stay tuned for the conclusion in Part 6.
Alright guys, you are on the haunted lake. Aldrin decides that he wants to go fishing some more. He wanted to he was insulted by Orlando Nash's genius idea of fishing, so he goes, I'm gonna stay and catch more fish just in case we need them. And he F's off.
Whatever you say, Aldrin. Enjoy your fishing.
So we're down a warlock and a druid today. So we just have the heroes 3, Gorham the Barbarian, Marholt the Paladin, and Orlando Nash the Bard. I think Orlando Nash is currently occupied too.
I am back.
Oh, cool.
I am the treasure that you have found.
God damn it.
Alright, what are we deciding to do?
Silent.
You guys are currently on the
I
pond.
fucking love that phone rings at the right time.
I'm not doing it intentionally, I swear to God.
I know, but that's what makes it magical.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start abusing it by sending you a text message.
Every time you don't want to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to change it to wah wah.
Alright. Is Aldrin... What's Aldrin doing?
He's fishing.
Perfect.
Weird lizards.
Yeah, he was insulted by your use of or your way of fishing, so he's going to fish the traditional way, which is climbing in the water.
Who is fishing? Oh, right. My way of fishing, which is just insulting the fish underwater until they die. Okay. So I'm going to suggest, party and group members, that we go talk to that little smart miserable wench Tara and see if her, I want to minor illusion some air quotes around the word trap works. And I'm going to shout at some more fish so that we can have more bait for the trap.
Yeah, you get more fish for the trap. So are you guys going to make your way to the farm then?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed.
Indeed.
That was good. I'm not gonna lie. That was good. Yeah, you make your way back to the farm. You use the same route that you took to the pond, which is passing by the old tower and heading your way to the farm. Yeah, it looks pretty normal. You can tell the only difference from before is the Plunasarian cart is now gone. As it moved, you actually see what was on the first cart, which is one giant pumpkin. You guys never looked into the cart proper, but walking up from the tower, you actually see into the cart. It's just there's only one piece of anything on the cart, and it's one giant pumpkin.
Is that the cart that Tusk and the guard were talking next to?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it was covered. Basically, you guys are walking towards the back of it currently. Yeah, the caravan guard was hired to guard a giant squash. He made an offhanded comment that none of you picked up on.
Upon re-listening, I did hear something about a squash, and I didn't know what the hell it was about. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify it before anyone's like, what does that mean? Is that code? Is that DM code? And then we have like some sort of like Reddit forum thing about what is this pumpkin? Yeah, but yeah, the guard is guarding a giant pumpkin. All right, you guys are at the farm. What are you doing?
We gotta go look for Tara.
Look for Tara. Jinx.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Are we all rolling, or is it just
roll whomever likes.
All right.
First roll of the night, boys.
Don't worry, I got it. You're in good hands.
14 for Joel.
Never mind, take it all back. Let's go with that 14.
16 for me, for Marholt.
Woo!
You hear some people talking near the barn.
I hear some voices by the barn. Let's go.
Can I make out what they're saying, or are they just...
You're too far away to notice exact words, but you hear voices within the barn. That's about the only activity you see at the farm currently. Seems like everyone's getting ready for dinner.
Okay. Let's go over.
You walk into the barn, and it looks like a pretty normal barn. There's stalls that line the top part of the barn. Work animals are sitting in there, there's a horse, a cow for milking, a couple goats that are in a pen. The only strange thing you notice is a laboratory in the corner. You see glass piping and flasks and beakers and Bunsen burners, all that kind of accoutrement for science stuff. Sat in the corner, and you see two people. You see Tara, the half-orc girl, and then you see your friend Talbot. Talbot is rubbing his chin as he looks at all of this equipment, and you can tell he's just mind blown by all the stuff. And she seems to be explaining something to him, but you don't know what.
What seems to be going on over here?
The girl looks. Oh, I'm just showing him my apparatus for creating the trap I'm making.
Oh, the one you need the fish for.
She nods her heads.
I'm going to what, heads?
What?
Oh, is that just okay. I want to empty my knapsack of fish onto where she is and be like, these'll come in handy.
She kind of scowls at you and goes, thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So she starts
pull out my harp and I'll play a little ditty and I'll say, "What can I say except you're welcome?"
I'm about to moan Anna at that joke.
Oh my god. This girl hates you, and I absolutely love it.
This is a rocky start to your relationship.
I'm not necessarily trying to befriend 12-year-old girls. As smart as she is. Oh, but
I was just going to make another pun, but it's ruined now. It's fine. I said it was not going to be your Dwayne concern because of The Rock.
Oh, Jesus.
Anywho, yeah, Tara, she goes, yes, I plan on making an adhesive trap. It's very humane. That way we don't have to kill the griffin. We can simply trap it, and I can study it. And she
wait, we're not killing it.
I
was promised to kill a monster. I was hired to kill a monster, and kill is what I shall do.
Well, what if we can simply kill its hopes of flying away and kill its hopes of hurting other animals?
I'm not really sure. Wait, what's that, Reggie? I suppose you put it that way. All right, maybe we'll go for that.
And then we'll eat it.
Yum.
She shakes her head. No. From what I can understand, and she pushes up some glasses that she's wearing. From what I can understand, the griffin isn't that large. It might be a young because it's unable to carry some of its prey. I've heard some of the sheep have dropped dead, but this also warrants some warning because I think there might be more than one because some of the sheep have been missing. So clearly, some sheep have been taken. So it's maybe one of the griffin is not capable of carrying, but others are.
How many sheep have you lost since this has started happening?
34.
Over how long of a period of time?
3 weeks.
Dear Lord.
Trying to do the math on that, and I gotta tell you, math is not my forte. What is that, like a sheep and a half a day?
Yes, and that's why
Damn.
it's a pressing issue. But if I'm able to capture one of the griffins, I may be able to make a repellent of some sort. So that way we don't have to kill any of the griffins. Yes.
Well, wait. Okay, how about this as a compromise? You get to trap your baby griffin, and I get to kill the big griffin.
I mean, it's not ideal because griffins are not normally around here, so I would like to learn why they are here and science.
But you get to keep your baby, and I get to kill my adult.
I want to pull Gorham aside. I want to pull Gorham aside and be like, "You really want to murder a baby? You really want to murder a baby griffin, or murder a baby griffin's mother in front of it, or father? I don't know. Either way, that's probably going to be super traumatizing. Why would you do that?
There is no evidence that these are related griffins. Maybe it's just a friend.
I think it would be traumatizing to watch.
Oh, and are you now an animal psychologist? Is that what's happening, Orlando?
No, but I am empathetic, Gorham.
And some say
I
pathetic.
don't know what that means really, but
So I was pulling out a flan there.
I was hired to be a monster killer, not a trapper.
Well, I can pay you to trap the monster instead.
Your dad gave me 25 gold pieces.
I'll give you 50.
Okay.
Does he have to give back the 25?
No, we'll just say that you fulfilled your contract with him. I just simply want to study the griffin. She puts her fingers and she goes, I'm trying to get into the academy, in Neptune, but, well, saving money is not as easy as you think it would, and well...
Especially when you're paying 50 gold just to trap a griffin.
Well, I know my parents seem hopeful, but I know I'm not going to be able to afford, even if we save up enough for one semester, it's not going to be enough for me to stay there. And one semester is almost useless when it comes to education compared to a full education.
Well,
Speak for yourself, little lass.
why don't you just sell the griffin?
That's another option I might be able to do.
Or better yet, hear me out, you own a farm, sell griffin eggs. I'm doing all the work for you. I'm just going to stop.
She kind of
I wish you all the best.
She ponders and she goes, that would be very, very, very fruitful. And we can train them. I know my father. He's good with animals. And so is my mother. And my mother's very bright. My father, well, he's gifted in other ways.
And I know many circuses to the east that would love a trained griffin.
She like goes,
We should talk later.
Maybe we should capture more than one. And she turns around and starts working at her lab. Give me 2 hours. I'll have 3 traps for you.
All right.
All right, what are you guys doing? You guys gonna wait for her to create her adhesive traps, or what?
Myself, I'm going to keep brushing up on my harp skills and continue to write that song that I've been writing for quite some time now. That I wanted to play for Flawn, but he said he wanted to hear it, but then he just sort of walked away and didn't really actually want to hear it.
Yeah, she by the time she's done making him, it's close to sunset. She says that they've been coming at night to hunt. They've been doing the pastures and stuff like that. She says basically you just need to set them out, throw a fish on them. They'll come down, try to get the fish, get stuck to the trap.
Sounds easy enough.
Okay.
And she's like, "Don't step on the trap."
I'm working on my song. She's working on the traps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna help her with the trap.
Okay. Yeah, she like, she gets mildly distracted every time you like. She asks you to hand something, and you feel like she's just asking you to hand her things because she's smitten with you. So she's like, "Can you hand me that?" And you're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Thank you." And then she just kind of sets it down and looks up at you like side eye, and like she's blushing.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell she's all about the Marholt. I can't say words today. I never can, so it's okay. So Marholt, you help. Gorham, what are you doing with the past 2 hours?
I guess I just wait. I don't know. There's really nothing for me to do.
He stares at the wall. You don't want to like read up on griffins or anything?
No. Where am I gonna get a book about griffins?
Hey, Tara.
Yeah.
Do you have any books on griffins?
And she pulls out like 3 bestiaries and goes, "Here you go. My parents trade with caravans quite often. It's rather nice."
All right, I'll take these.
And I'll thumb through some of them.
Yeah, you
Perhaps you could learn a thing or two about what we were quote unquote hunting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find out basic information about their breeding habits and how they like their flight patterns and stuff like that. Nothing really tactically advantageous to you, but you do find out like they're not usually on the plains. They live usually like in like dense forests or mountainous area. You guys are kind of in the plains where there are like small woods, but like not forests. So it's very odd that the griffins would come this far south.
Interesting.
So I suppose we need to ask ourselves, why are the griffins coming so far south?
All right, guys. How do you want to set up your traps? Do you want a specific place? Do you want I'm gonna let you guys like tell me what you want.
Where are we setting it around the farm?
Yeah, like where are you setting up where like what like are you gonna try to like make it so it's advantageous to you? What's going on?
Do you think that we should set them maybe, and stop me if this is a bad idea, but in the tower? I guess then we have to haul it back.
No, because that was an abandoned nest. They're not going to be coming back there. I say we set one up inside the pen.
And what about the other 2?
Also in the pen?
So why don't we leave two in the pen and one, maybe we could like, if the pen doesn't work, we could try to force it into another direction.
So, what if we set up like a gate to the barn, leave the barn doors open, but then the traps are on the other side of the gate. So they're inside the barn behind the gate. So if they land into the barn to try to pick up the sheep from inside the barn, they land right on the traps.
Perfect. Also, I want to talk to Tara's dad. I forget his name right now.
Tusk.
And ask Tusk.
Used to be Tusks.
Do you think that they might have a net that we could use? Like at the very least, if the trap doesn't work, maybe we could try throwing nets on it to bring it down?
He kind of goes, we're a farm. Why would we have nets?
Fishing nets?
Yeah. I thought trade caravans came through often.
But why would we buy it? Or why would we buy nets? We farm. And Tara goes, I could whip something up for you if you desire.
Yeah, can we get like a 10-foot by 10-foot net?
Yeah, she
Or maybe like 5-foot by 5-foot. I'm not that strong.
She like opens up a cabinet and you just see like different types of ropes, and she kind of like starts braiding them together. Her mom Becca comes in and she goes, "Oh, well, I can help you with that." And they start braiding a net. It takes another hour. You're closer to night now.
Perfect. Another brilliant idea by Orlando Nash.
Orlando, Nashville.
Well, yeah. I've decided that my character is going to become a country singer.
Oh, he's the little Nas
Well,
X of this world.
With this group, you will never be short on misery to write about.
My hot dog's dead. My milkshake's dead. And there ain't no place to procreate on this little spinach bed.
Dear Lord.
Was that off the dome?
All right,
or is that
let's do it.
something?
That's from Adventure Time. I wish I could take credit for it. I mean, I
still
can
haven't
do.
finished Adventure Time.
Oh goodness, you should. Before we get distracted, though, let's talk about Adventure Time at a later date.
See, this is why we need Sponge. Bring us back.
He's our anchor.
Right, he needs to smack us on the back of the head. All right.
All right, so you guys are setting up traps in the barn. Anywhere else?
Yes.
In the past.
Okay, where else are there areas to set up? Like, can we put out 2 sheep in a certain area and sort of like, I hate to suggest it, but put them in the trap as well?
Can I say no to that?
Yeah, Aldrin's like, no, don't use the animals. The fish are already dead. You've saw to that. Just
Touche. All right. Well, I think we put
Oh,
it on both
when
sides
did you
of the-
get back?
he
Let's set
evaporates
these
back.
traps.
He evaporates again.
We just heard the disembodied voice of Aldrin
Yeah.
chastising us for
It's like
using
when
sheep.
Professor Oak's like, you can't use that in here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to kind of hide in the. I mean, I know I can't hide very well, but I'm going to go put myself in the tree line.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'll be in the barn.
You're gonna go in the barn. So we got barn, Marholt. Where are you guys gonna set up traps different places and just split up? Is this what we're doing?
I think we just set 3 traps, 1 in the pasture, 2 by the barn.
Okay.
And
We're doing 2 by the barn? I thought we were doing 2 in the pasture.
2 in the pasture, 1 in the barn. I like your style.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Well,
Oh.
it's not funny if you explain the joke. Yeah, I think we do 2 in the barn, 1 in the pasture, or 1 in the barn, 2 in the pasture.
Yeah, 1 in the green, 2 in the red.
Yeah, red.
Oh, God.
It's
Anyway.
red barn.
Oh, boy.
Gotcha. All right, red barn. I would like to hang out in the barn, and I'm going to whenever an animal makes a noise, I'm going to try and harmonize with it and play a song with it.
How many sheep are out in the
ever-
pasture?
They have a dwindling number. At one point they had 120, but they lost about 34 of them. So, yeah, they're under 100 right now.
Okay, but
So,
okay.
like
So
80,
are they all in the
86.
pasture, or did they take my advice and put everything in the barn?
There's not enough
That'd be
room
good.
in the barn to put all the sheep, but they put a large portion of them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheep are hard to tend for. They tend to keep them outside and in a
Well,
fenced
I
pasture,
realize
so,
that. I
yeah.
realize that, but at night for this trap, I thought we
Sure,
could
sure.
get as many of them as we could in the barn.
Yeah, there's probably like 60 sheep in the barn, but there's another
Okay,
20
Fair
or
enough.
so outside.
fair enough.
All right. I'm gonna roll some dice real quick, guys.
While you're rolling dice, there's an Onion News article that I'm finding hysterical that is titled "School Administration Reminds Female Students the Bulletproof Vest Must Cover Their Midriff."
I saw that. That's pretty good.
God.
That's depressingly accurate.
Somebody posted a meme my son showed me. It was at a Walmart back to school special. It was on top of their gun rack.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. All right. With that said, Is anyone watching the pasture trap?
I will.
Okay. As night creeps on, barn denizens, you don't seem to get much activity. But the pasture boys, because you're the multiple personality, pasture boys.
That's right, me and Reggie.
You see a few dark figures fly overhead. You don't even have to like use perception or any special skills. You just see them fly over. They start circling the pasture, and you see a small form swoop down. He looks like he's in a course to land right on the trap. It's not as sleek and as beautiful as any of the griffins you've seen yourself. It's a pudgy little guy. He's made of gray fur and gray feathers. It looks young. It looks like a baby. It lands on the trap you've laid outside. Tries to take a bite of the fish that was laid in the trap, and gets stuck. It starts flapping. It starts screaming terribly. Anyone in probably like a mile radius could hear that griffin's howl. What do you do?
You want to go first, Gorham?
I mean, I can't kill it, so what am I even supposed to do?
I'm going to go over there and play the Planetarian song of friendship and peace.
Yeah, you run outside where the pasture is. You see Gorham kind of like putting his hands out like, oh, we caught a griffin. What are we doing, guys? You got a baby griffin on your hands.
Well, it's technically on a trap.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to... Oh, God.
Okay.
Do I have any fish left over?
Oh, yeah, you have plenty.
Can I feed it some fish?
Yeah. As you get close, though...
Curtsy to it. Curtsy to it.
This isn't a hippogriff.
No, damn it. Thought it might work anyway.
Guess it wouldn't have hurt to try.
Yeah,
I want it from like 10 feet out. I want to throw it some fish.
Okay. Did you guys switch over?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are ginormous. I just realized. Let me scale you back down. It's because that last map.
What's up, big man?
The last map you on had different, whatchamacallit, values, the pixel values. But beside the point, you guys see the griffin laying in the trap. You're gonna feed it fish. Go ahead and roll and handle animal check for me.
Yes, I can. That is an 18.
Ooh. As you throw the fish at the griffin, you use calming motions. You have your hands out, showing that you're not holding any weapons. You're not looking directly at it. You're averting your gaze from its eyes. And it stops screaming. It thrashed about and got like stuck to the glue, so that even its wings there's like gooey tendrils that are like enveloping its wings. It's trying to flap, but it's unable to. What do you do?
Good.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna move in front of it, so I'm facing it.
Sure.
And I'll take off my gloves and kind of just hold my hands out, palms forward, and just kind of walk towards it slowly. You know, the whole Chris Pratt three Velociraptor thing.
But he has no charm, no charisma.
It's a good thing I do.
Go ahead and roll a animal check for me. I'll give you advantage because Zach did so well before.
Okay. So that is a 13 or a 15.
15. With a 15, you do calm it down. You get up close to it, and you notice something strange about it. It's wearing a collar.
Uh-oh.
You grab the collar.
Uh-huh.
And you notice there's a tag on it. And on the tag, there's just a single number, a 6.
So, boys, it looks like this belongs to a group of griffins that are owned by someone, maybe trained by someone. This has a number, 6.
That's part of the number of the beast.
Very true. Very true.
Reggie told me so.
Well, Reggie's very smart.
I know.
I'm going to try to pet the top of its head.
Okay. Yeah, it actually surprisingly is docile. You'd think that it would be snapping at you, but you can tell it's been trained. For what you don't know, but it's definitely been trained to be friendly with people. The initial scream and everything that it did before, you assume that it might be just because it's trapped.
Hopefully he wasn't calling out for number 1 through 5.
I want to, as Marhold says that, I'm just going to stare or look around real quickly, see if there are any other griffin approaching.
There were 2 more.
What?
Yeah,
There were 3.
Yeah, this griffin was the only one that dive bombed. Make a perception check.
Oh, thank goodness I could do that. Also, I made a meme for us if you guys want to check it.
I did, and it's fantastic.
I sent you a link of a map maker I followed on Twitter.
21 for a perception check.
Yeah, you see they're still circling. They seem to as they see you guys petting it, the 2 fly off. You see them flying off to the south. The way you guys are going.
I think we need to tell Tara that this one is here, and we should head south and follow them. Would we be able to keep up with them?
Oh no, definitely not. Yeah, they fly faster than you guys could walk. Even if you guys were going back and get horses, you'd lose them for sure. But yeah, you guys have found 6, the griffin, or the griffin 6. I don't know.
Guys, do you want to? What do you want to do? Do you want to do a rope? Can we put a lasso around it? What do you guys think? Should we?
I mean, he's already trapped, right? He can't go anywhere. He's
Well,
stuck.
I don't know how long the glue's gonna last. Do we know how long the glue's gonna last?
No, I didn't make it.
You assume it's gonna be there for a while.
Well, do we want to? Did you tell Orlando? Did you tell us the others were there?
Yes.
You actually see Tusk, Becca, and Tara a little bit on the other side of the pasture fence, and they're just staring at you guys. And Tara goes, "It worked! It worked!" And she jumps over the fence and runs to it.
Is there anything on the other side of the collar that says any opposite side of number 6?
Nope. It just says number 6 on it.
Leather collar.
Leather collar, metal. Whatchamacallit, tag. It has a number 6 on it. It's a diamond shaped tag.
Do you think that we should take the collar off of it on the off chance that the person whose griffin it belongs to comes and finds us? We can at least be like, "Sorry, it didn't have a collar. We didn't know what to do."
We didn't know we thought it was a stray.
We could throw it in the fish pond and hope it goes into the portal.
What is that going to do? Why would we do that?
What? Then the collar wouldn't be found. It wouldn't be here.
The collar. I thought you meant the whole griffin.
Why the fuck would I mean the griffin?
You didn't differentiate.
You were just talking about getting rid of the collar. So why would I be talking about the griffin?
We got bigger fish to fry right now than semantics.
Well, you on the one hand, you're right. The collar may be some form of tracker. So, but I'm more concerned about the other 2 that are flying off to tell this one's owner and their owner that one of the griffins is trapped.
Then I think we need to hide and prepare an ambush Because I feel like people who own Griffin, especially this little baby adorable Griffin, people aren't just going to leave this laying around.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be coming back. There's no doubt in my mind that whoever this Griffin belongs to is going to be coming for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I want to
Sarah.
lean in.
Go ahead.
I want to lean in and say, and then if blows come to blow, we'll tell them the Tusk and Terra were trying to trap it, and we didn't know what was going on.
Wow.
Slap.
And we're up 75 gold, and we got a new friend with Griffins.
Hey, Orlando, roll an Arcana check for me.
Da 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 da. Intelligence, my only weakness. 12.
Yeah, that tag is not magical at all. It's pretty mundane. FYI.
Could I have some rope, please?
Yeah, Orlando has a whole net.
I don't
do
need
have
a net. I just want some rope to put around the neck, like a lasso, and ask Tara how we remove the glue.
She goes, "Oh yeah, I have my solvent," and she like passes her her now lab coat and pulls out a small vial. You just have to pour it on it. And Tusk goes, I wanted you to kill it, not keep it as a pet, Tara.
See? That's what I told her, sir. That's what I told her.
If I may, Tusk, this is number 6 out of however many.
Tusk goes, what? What? There's 6 of them?
At least.
Presumably.
No wonder I've been losing so many sheep.
Yes. So why don't we take him into the barn and just wait to see if any others come back? Because if he's alive, he may scream for help. And if he's dead, they may just notice he's dead and fly away. And then we'll never know who's behind all of this.
You see Tara walk up to the Griffin, and the Griffin like looks at her, and that you see like they instantly bond. The Griffin like starts rubbing, it's nuzzling her, and she starts petting him. Pa, can I keep it, please?
Kick her in the chest and say, "No, this is gonna be my mount. God damn it!"
Did you just kick its 12-year-old in the chest?
This is my mount.
Marhalt.
It'd probably be like a year or two before he'd be able to lift you off the ground. He looks like he's probably like a couple months old.
Okay.
I don't know Griffin physiology, but I'm making it up as we go.
She can train him. Okay. If I see that they have a really good bond, I will give her the lead.
Yeah, she pours the solvent down and starts walking, and she goes, Mr. Marholt, could I ride it?
You have to ask it.
She looks at
Perhaps
it.
you should name it.
I like the name 6.
Okay.
And when she says 6, it looks at her instantly, like it knows its name, and it bows down to her, and she climbs aboard. It doesn't try to fly, but you guys are able to walk it back to the barn.
Okay.
Banana, banana.
Oh my god.
All right, you guys are back at the barn. What are you guys doing now?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
I am going to keep an eye out for the other griffins to return.
As am I. And I'm not looking just for griffins, but I'm looking for something else coming with the griffins.
I want to ask Tusk, like, hey man, do you got like a bow of some sort? Long or cross?
Yeah.
Or short.
I have this crossbow, and he pulls out a crossbow. Just normal everyday crossbow.
on the off chance that these Griffin come back and they have malicious intents, could I borrow this? And if it's handy, I might pay you for it. If I don't need to keep it, I'll probably just give it back to you. But I mean, to put it into perspective, I'm trying to protect your barn.
Yeah, he goes. I mean, I was gonna use it if the Griffins come back, but if you think you're better at it than I am, sure, here you go.
Do you have another do you only have one crossbow?
I mean, I'm only one man. I can't
I'm only
shoot.
one man.
How many crossbows could you shoot at once?
We don't have time to figure this out right now, but I will get back to you with that information.
It is a light.
All right.
Crossbow.
Well, you hold on to the light crossbow. You'll probably need it more than I do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, I live in the country. Of course, I have a crossbow.
In the meantime, I'm going to pick up a few hefty-sized rocks for my sling that I have.
Yeah. You guys. I'm just gonna let you guys know. Nothing happens overnight. No one comes searching for the Griffin that you know of. You don't see anything in the darkened sky that would denote any Griffins flying by.
We need to get this Griffin out of here right now.
Well, so it's morning now.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're all tired, gentlemen, but if we can find some horses, we can travel south during the day since they seem to come out at night and see if we can find where they might be coming from.
Do we take the Griffin with us?
No.
Pause. Wait a minute, guys.
Yes, Corum.
Don't forget, we were hired by Talbot.
And Talbot kind of waves his hand
shit.
From the back. Are you guys ready to go? It's time to leave. Go to the festival. Yeah. Are you guys trying to get out of our contract?
Touche.
I'm not, sir. I'm keeping them in line.
Yeah. You see your other two adventurers like already loading up the cart with their stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, we wanted nothing about these stupid Griffins." And Aldrin goes, "Yeah, nature."
Aldrin, I'll remind you, this is not nature. These are trained killers. They have numbers. Stick that in your Druid pipe and smoke it.
I suppose we will just leave the man with the broken tusk and his 12-year-old daughter to fend for themselves on these Griffins.
Tusk kind of goes, about that. He kind of looks around. Tara, go in the house. Help your mother. Tara goes in the house. Tara is a bright girl, and well, she deserves more than farm life.
Hold up, I'm gonna pause you right there. Do you want her to come with us?
Not. I was hoping you would be able to help us further by maybe finding her a patron at the festival. She could come with you to the festival, and if you guys do not find a patron for her, she can be sent back. There's plenty of caravans going back north that she can ride with. I know plenty of people that would help her out, but we don't have a way of getting her down there currently. And well, if you wouldn't mind,
I want to huddle with my compatriots here. And first and foremost, what kind of terrible ass father sends his 12-year-old daughter with 3 strangers?
I'll have you know, Tusk is a very great man. He was going to pay us 25 gold pieces for killing something.
I don't think a good man would pay strangers to murder a baby Griffin.
He didn't know
it was a baby.
Furthermore, this may work in our favor. If we take her with us and we take the Griffin with us,
we get a Griffin.
The other Griffins may follow the Griffin and not come back to the farm. They may look for their brother or sister or whatever the heck race sex this is.
Yeah, I want to scope.
Joel said friend.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna say, is this Griffin a male or female?
Yeah, sure.
Griffin or Griffinette?
That's up to you guys. 6 is a party member now.
Okay.
I love how we have Blossom's best friend as a party member.
Who?
It's
Blossom.
80s reference.
Yes.
90s. 90s.
Late 80s.
To be
This
to
is
be
the late
fair,
80s.
you grew up in Ohio, where everything is 20 years behind.
What are you, fucking Mars?
All right. Well, I suppose we're gonna take Tara, smart mouth Tara, and this baby Griffin with us.
Your favorite person. You can try and trick her with all those little parlor tricks, and she's gonna see right through them. I'm
Yeah,
excited. about it.
Tusk goes, we just want her to go to the academy, like it's her life dream. So we've been trying to save money, but we'll never be able to make enough for her to be there and sustain her there. So if you're able to find her a patron, there's a lot of nobles that will be at the Liberation Festival in Burkton. So we were just hoping that you're able to help us out. We're willing to pay you. Her
Tusk, my good man,
So,
say no more. We will take your daughter.
Gorm's a kiss. Fellow orc, I understand. This is orc customs. These other races do not understand orc customs. Unaccompanied minors is completely normal in orc customs.
I'm gonna tell him I want his crossbow to protect her. I don't have a weapon of my own. If I'm going to protect your 12-year-old daughter on this adventure, this harrowing journey.
Yeah, he goes, fair enough. I could part ways with it. I mean, I have a ballista in the back. I'm just kidding.
You've had a ballista this whole time? That would have been incredibly helpful.
Extra gloves.
You had a set of extra gloves this whole time?
Yeah,
But yeah, he hands
we're
you
in the Rockies.
he hands you the crossbow. You get 10 bolts with that as well.
is
Yeah,
this
you
going to
said-
make the cart very full? I mean, I know
Over encumbered.
she's not very big, I'm sure, but, and the Griffin will walk behind, but
Yeah, the griffin will walk behind, but she's not.
You said that it's a... Sorry, go ahead.
the griffin will walk behind. It's able to keep up with the cart, and Tara can actually ride on the griffin, no problem.
okay.
So
You said it's a light crossbow?
It is a simple weapon. It does.
Yep.
1d8.
It's like
piercing
1d8, yeah.
It's an 8320 range. It's loading. It's two-handed. I have a cheat sheet with all the weapons on it.
Oh, yeah. I got it. I just wanted to make sure I was not doing the hand crossbow.
No. You have the. Actually, I don't even know if you're proficient with light crossbow.
I am proficient with simple weapons and hand crossbows.
Okay, so that's your simple weapon.
So also, did we divvy up the gold that they both paid us, or we just...
They haven't even paid you any gold yet.
Oh, well,
They're willing to give you 150 gold to take Tara to Burkton, and they'll add the 25 gold for trapping the griffin for you. So
and what about the 50 gold?
175 altogether. He goes, what 50 gold?
You said... oh, never mind.
He didn't
Tara
say
said
anything.
It was 50. We'll work that out later.
He nods his head. He goes, okay. Don't try to swindle me. He looks at Gorham and goes, is your friend trustworthy? I trust you and only you, Gorham. You're an upstanding guy.
I don't know. I don't really trust half-elves all that much, but
I'm gonna roll my eyes and sing, "This is some bullshit," as I walk away back to the cart.
Can I try and punch him?
No PvP, so if you punch him, it does not do any damage.
Oh, that's fine. I just want to do like that, like older brother, like shut the fuck up type of thing.
Orlando, you actually take 11 points of repressed memories damage.
That's fair.
He's hiding under the cart now, crying in the fetal position.
My brother was so mean to me. Why was he so mean to me? He was jealous of me, I bet. And everyone's like, no, he wasn't jealous of you. Why would anyone be jealous of you?
I can't wait to use my reverse bardic inspiration reactions on Gorham.
We'll see about that.
Yeah,
All right.
You guys now have a little girl in your party named Tara, a half orc. Tara, Olite, and a Griffin named Six. I'm so excited about this. But yeah, they give you 175 gold, so you guys can. That's another thing we need to talk about is what we're going to do with your guys' gold situation. Are we doing a treasury style thing, or are we just divvying it up as we go?
Well, it seems like Orlando's going to want his share, so
Right off the
I'm
bat,
going to
yeah.
say divvy.
I've known you guys for like 3 days, and so far I've been punched. I've been told that I am an idiot for trying to show you that there are fish people, which I was right about.
And now you're being called greedy.
And now I'm being. You don't trust half elves.
And your music was called
schizophrenic. I appreciate that we have a literal half orc speaking to himself, and I'm the crazy one.
That's one of the things I was like talking about, like when he goes, "How do you guys feel about him talking to himself?" Everyone's like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, "Oh."
We have a man who happens to look the exact same as this 12-year-old's teenage heartthrob, and I'm the crazy one.
I can't wait.
Nobody said you were crazy.
I'm just gonna mutter things under my breath and kick dust as I walk back to the carriage. Rasum, son of a.
It is a serious question though. What are we doing? How are we doing the gold?
Yeah, because
Because
currently you guys have.
I need to know.
3
I think we
platinum.
should split it.
Yeah, but you also have 2 party members that aren't here.
Well, it sounds like they can't make their case.
Wow, you're one of those players.
I mean, we could save them something, but they've done literally nothing.
Yeah.
We've trapped the Griffin, which we got paid for. Flan wasn't there, and Aldrin wasn't there. That's all I've got so far. So why don't we split the 50 or the 25 from Tusk, and then the other 150 we split amongst the 5 of us, because that divides nicer.
Or you can
Doesn't
just
it?
divide everything by 5 and everyone gets 35 gold.
All right, yeah, sure. Let's do it that way.
I'm just saying. 'Cause then the 3 platinum pieces could be part of your treasury with the ruby ring.
There's a ruby ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about the ruby ring.
Yeah, it's part of that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to. Orlando, here. This is for you. I give him one of the healing potions. So I gave one to Gorham and I gave one to Orlando.
Yep.
So they each have a healing potion now.
Yeah, and Orlando Nash also received a crossbow, which costs 25 GP. So you might want to divvy up the money a little bit differently now.
Why would we do
Wow. Wow.
that? That sounds absolutely absurd to me.
Because we need to short you, that's all.
All right.
You guys just take turns on the crossbow, that's all. You get 2 bolts.
How about we just have a community crossbow?
The community crossbow, everyone gets a shot. It's my jingle for community crossbow.
Okay,
It's
so are we giving it
beautiful.
up the money 30 each or?
Yeah,
How are we doing?
35 gold each is the take
Cool.
if you guys take it to everyone else. So at the beginning of next session, we will have to give them a big old update to their characters.
Okay.
For doing literally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As we get going, I'll walk beside Tara and the Griffin
Mhm.
and ask her how much money her parents gave her to find a patron.
She goes, nothing. I don't have. I just have some traveling money. I have a couple gold. That's about it.
I gave her the 30. I gave her my 35.
Okay. Get a point of inspiration if you don't already have one.
No, but all right.
Yeah, she takes it. She goes, no, I mean, and she kind of looks down. She goes, thank you, Marholt. You're as gallant as the books say. And she smiles.
You're very welcome. You
Oh,
will need it more than I.
I want to poke my head out the back of the carriage and be like, "Hey, did you bring any of those books with you?"
She rustles through. She goes, I only have the last one and one of the middle chronicles. There's 12 in all. So I have number 12 and I have number 6. But I usually borrow them from a traveling library that comes through here. I've read all of them. They're fantastic. How am I supposed to give these back? And she kind of looks down. She goes, I think I've committed a crime. Marholt, don't think bad of me.
You'll be fine, child.
I'm gonna yell out, "You're a terrible person for stealing books."
Shame.
Don't
child,
you worry
shame.
about it, little girl.
You'll be fine, child. It'll be fine.
Marholt gets residuals from all the other copies that get sold.
I
You
do?
aren't stealing anything from anybody.
Damn, I wish I knew that.
You finally make it to the bank. It's like that when Fry comes to the goes to the
yes.
bank, the Futurama. Oh
Yes. Buy everything in that auction, plus the can of sardines.
But yeah, she smiles. She's beaming. She really appreciates that you gave her gold and the fact that you said she's okay and she didn't commit a crime, or she did commit a crime, but it's all right. All right. You travel another day without incident. The roads actually are pretty quiet, which is odd considering it's right before the Liberation Festival. This road should be full of people. Either you're too early or too late, but you don't know. Everyone make a perception check.
21.
I rolled a 19.
Everyone
16.
Everyone passes. This is why we love you guys. You hear galloping hoofbeats as you look behind the cart as you see a knight riding a horse. He's wearing full plate armor. He has the red plume of justice on the top of his helmet. Justice are basically like the lawmen / judges of the area. And Assoon is so big that like they don't have like a standardized like, oh, here's the courthouse. They actually have traveling judges that go into towns or like hamlets and villages and like basically serve out justice as needed. You see him galloping down the road. As he gets to the side of your wagon, he waves you to pull over. Talbot, yes, of course, and pulls the wagon over to the side of the road. The justice jumps down. He's tall. He's a human wearing full plate armor, like I said, with a red plume that signified that he is a justice of Assoon. Hello, travelers. I am Justice. Let me see. Where's his name? Turn Rimrock. I am here to serve a warrant for your arrest.
Well met, sir. Reach out my hand to
I want to yell out. Is this about the book?
Oh, did you steal something else?
What is all this? What is all this about, sir?
I am here to serve a warrant for your arrest. And he pulls out a paper, and it's like a wanted poster. It has a picture of Orlando perfectly sketched, like like Orlando. You look at it and you go, "Damn," because like it's.
Well, I was wondering, can I hide
drawn.
in the carriage and just sort of see what's going on before making myself seen?
Sure. He goes, I have heard of a crime that has been happened here, and I am here to apprehend the criminal.
What does the wanted poster say? What is the crime?
Wanted for impersonating a justice.
When did this crime happen?
A few days past. A trader named of Callum brought it to my attention that someone, the name of Orlando Bash, yes, impersonated justice of the law, and that is a very grave crime.
Well, sir. I kind of shift my shield over my shoulder so you can see that I serve Tyr, the god of justice. I can assure you that he meant no harm when he did this. He's kind of a dimwit. He has no idea what he's doing. And
is he slow?
he is.
Roll a deception check.
What was this guy's name again?
His name's Turn Remrock, Justice of Law of Asun.
So I'm just going to say that I've been rolling really well tonight, but now that I need it, let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. I rolled a big fat 5.
Oh, no.
He scrunches his face. He goes, "Where is he? I will speak to him myself and assess the situation myself."
You very well should. He is very dumb, and he is in the carriage. I will take him to it.
He waves his hand and goes, "Bring him out! Bring him out!"
Can I use disguise self? And is it possible to disguise myself as a goblin effigy?
With disguise self, the spell?
Yes.
I don't think the rules of that spell are I don't think that yeah, I don't know. Let's read that.
You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, and it can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, so you must adopt the form that is the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you.
Okay, so like the way the effigies look is like the head's probably a foot, and then the body's like another tooth, or so the head's probably a foot, and the body's like a half a foot. So like on all honesty, it's like a foot and a half. So
I can't
very
shrink.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't make it that small.
Okay.
You can make yourself look like a goblin, a very tall goblin, but I don't think you're going to be able to look like a goblin effigy.
Yeah.
And you only have one on the carpet.
I suppose. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll just stand up and I'll say it is I, Orlando Nash. I'm the one you're looking for, and I gotta tell you. And I grab my harp again. This is some bullshit.
He looks at the one poster and looks at you and goes, "Oh, I did a good job with this one. I drew very well."
You drew this?
Yes, I drew it myself. Look at it.
Wow,
And again,
you're quite the artist.
Oh,
I want to
thank
tell
you.
him that is a phenomenal picture. Amazing, phenomenal. You should
see him blush.
quit your job as justice and become an artist.
Roll a perception or a persuasion check.
25.
Damn.
He looks down at he looks and goes, I always wanted to be an artist, but Mama always said, "Turn, be a justice." And with that he goes, what kind of art do you think I should try? I'm good at portraits and I'm good at landscapes, but maybe I try something more experimental.
Oh my god.
Have you dabbled in watercolors?
He looks at you with a devilish grin. Ooh, that sounds very very promising. Yes, I will.
I think, sir,
Mhm.
you need to seek out a man. His name is Bob Ross. And he's got this great on wet technique. I think you're going to love it.
So Bob Ross is in canon now that he's a real person in our universe. He lives in
He is in
Upton.
every universe.
He always talks
Bob
about
Ross is a
making
universal
happy
constant.
little trees.
He's the only constant in the multiverse is Bob Ross. He's
That's
the
right.
anchor for
That's
the
right.
entire multiverse.
Maybe Mr. Rogers too, but we'll see about that.
Maybe Mr. Rogers will be the patron we find for Terra.
Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas.
He just did.
I say, excuse me, Turn. I think you have a very promising future in art. And it would mean the world to me if you would paint me a watercolor or simply just draw us with my friends here. And have you seen a griffin before? And I point to Terra and the griffin. And if you could just, make this whole thing go away.
He like lights up when he sees the griffin. He goes, "He's a beautiful creature." Oh. And he rummages through his saddlebag on his horse and pulls out like a small art set. And he goes, "Would you let me paint the griffin right now? It would only take me a few hours."
If you make this legal matter go away, I have no issue with it.
He goes, "What legal matter?"
Perfect. I like your style.
Perhaps you could do this as we set up camp further down the road. We've only been traveling for a while, and we'd like to make some more headway.
And I would love to make you dinner.
Turn goes, "You guys are the nicest people I've ever met. People always seem to make fun of me. I don't know why, though."
I would
Maybe
never
it's because you're friends with a man named Biggest Dickus?
Yeah. With that said, Turn like rides with you guys. You guys continue a conversation with him. He seems to be a very nice guy. You don't seem like he's very stern or very harsh. He used all of his confidence riding up to you guys and like accusing you of a crime. He's actually kind of apprehensive and like sweet. And he has the heart of an artist.
Can I, as we're riding back, I would like to tell him that I have a sneaking suspicion. First off, it was not me impersonating an officer. And I want to tell him.
If I hear that, that's not true. Just drop it.
Well, I want to tell him that it was Tessa disguising herself as me to put me in a bad situation.
Ah, okay.
But that's a lie.
It is a lie.
With my final report, I will definitely add the name Tessa to the report, saying she was the actual perpetrator.
She thinks that I have this book. It's a whole long story. I don't have the books. And I look at Tara. I'm not a book thief. And I just think that this is a big misunderstanding.
Are you really trying to guilt a little girl for accidentally stealing a library book?
I'm not trying to do anything.
Big offense.
What? I mean,
I'll take the book and I'll show him and I'll say, "It's fine. Look, it's my book."
Oh my goodness! I love your books. I read them when I was a little boy. Which you think is an odd thing because he's like 40 years old. So the books have been around for a pretty long time.
Wow.
And you don't seem to be that old, especially for a woman.
Yeah, well, I'm only 19 as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while he's lying and talking about Tessa, I'll be back just talking with Tara and getting to know myself through her.
Sure. Yeah, she'll tell you like these grand tales about you fighting a frost giant villain. What's that villain's name?
I don't remember now off the top of my head. I have to look.
Yeah, I forgot on top of my head too. I have notes, but I don't know where they're located currently.
Let's see. I think I have it saved here. Go ahead, go. I'll find it.
Yeah, but she tells you about the frost giant villain. That like seems to be like a recurring character in the books. It also talks about a sorcerer and an evil hag that seems to be prominent in all of your books.
Hag. My mom.
That's not an evil hag.
That's my mom. All right.
That's my wife.
That's my wife.
Whoa, your mom is his wife? That's crazy.
That's not my mom. That's my wife. Oh, so many more questions than answers at this point.
Yeah, you guys are really intertwining your backstories.
Right?
That's not your mom. That's my wife.
I'm gonna do that to Jack one day.
Well,
Anyway.
perfect. I'm glad that this issue of impersonating a police officer is 100% dealt with.
You guys literally, I'm like, I wrote in my notes, like, if they talk about him being a good artist, basically every persuasion or perception check or whatever is going to be passed. Like, you guys are just, like, going to be, bam, he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm into it.
Done and done.
Yeah. But, yeah, you guys stop for the night with Turn. He draws the griffin. He uses watercolors because he had them in his art kit. It's like one of those art kits you get at, like, a book fair. Like, it has, like, everything in it. It's really bad quality, but, like, he just uses it, like, with an expert precision, and, like, the griffin looks perfectly like Six. He ends up giving it to Tara as a gift. He goes, "You have a good day, little girl, and I will forget about the heinous crime of you stealing books."
She didn't steal it. But thank you.
We'll mail it back to the leper library truck. It's not a big deal.
Well, he said he's going to turn the other way, so I think we should just hold on to it.
Yeah,
And what about the other thing of someone who says that they're me impersonating a police officer?
Yes, I will post my final report about the not crime, and I will put a APB out for that girl Tessa. And he goes, I must be back to Neptune by the end of the night. I will see you guys later. And he jumps on his horse.
I want to tell him, wait, before you go, we're going to the festival, and I think if possible, we should get you a booth and you could sell your art there. I really think that you have a promising future in this.
He nods his head and goes, I will think about it. Thank you again for all your life guidance. I will follow it. I will become the greatest artist Asun has ever seen. And he starts galloping off. The horse takes flight as basically
Flight?
takes flight and just zooms off into the distance.
Oh my god. I need him in
isn't
every
it,
episode. Every episode.